Johnson. Welcome to the Honda Classic 2021. Thank you for joining us. This is your third PGA Tour start, and you're here on a sponsor exemption. Just talk about getting that sponsor exemption and how excited you are to attack this PGA National Golf Course this week.
Yeah, really excited. I mean, it's good to be here. Very blessed to be able to have the opportunity to play on the PGA Tour. Ken Kennerly has been, so, awesome to me, the tournament director, and making me feel at home. So, the game's feeling better than, it has in the past. Past couple of events, body's feeling better. Been working out a lot and just getting the body in shape to play some golf.
Yes, and I'll just remind any media on site, if you have a question, just type your name into the chat and we'll call on you. In the meantime, Kamaiu, you played two events, as I said, Pebble Beach, AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, and then the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Unfortunately, missed the cut in both events, but what do you think the biggest thing is that you learned in those two PGA Tour events?
I learned that I can get comfortable on the PGA Tour. I mean, that's a big deal. One was with fans, one without fans. But I just learned that I can get comfortable, and then I just got to what I did learn is you got to have the mind, body, and soul in the right place in order to play out here on the PGA Tour, and that's what I've been really working hard on, and in the past week or so, and after Bay Hill is that I need to get my body better in shape and just feel good out on the golf course. I mean, because the swing can feel good, but if the body doesn't feel good, then you're not going to play well. So. Just been working on breathing and just working on a lot of good things with my coaches that are here right now, and I'm looking forward to a great week. I'm very, very confident in myself. There's no disbelief inside of me. There's still belief, even though the scores that I have shot in the past couple of events. But I'm still ready to go. I'm still excited and ready.
And just before we jump into questions, how many times have you played this golf course, and what sort of strategy will you bring to this venue?
Yeah. I've played it 3 times since I've been here, and I think it fits my eye pretty well. It's a lot of drivers, which is good for me again. A lot of drivers off the tee, a lot of wind, and I think the way the golf course is playing now, I don't the wind is up right now. I don't think the scores would be. I don't think it's going to be a shootout here. So it's just you got to put yourself in good positions to attack pins around this golf course. I mean, like for instance, on number 3, the dog leg left. If you take it way left over there, you get it opens up the whole green. So it's just certain things you got to know to get around this golf course. And I got a great guy on the back this week, Andy Walker, who's the Land University men's golf team coach, and he's played this golf course many of times. So I'm excited to have him on the bag this week for sure.
Excellent. Sounds like you're in good shape. And we'll go to Brian Wacker at Golf Digest with a question. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Kamaiu. Thanks for doing this. Just a couple of questions. What's been the biggest adjustment for you in these few starts? Is it the courses? Is it preparation or maybe over preparation?
Yeah.
Mental aspect of it, physical aspect.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's probably over preparation, and like I said earlier, I mean, these are I'm playing the 2 hardest golf courses on the PGA Tour. My first 2 starts, so it's just really getting comfortable and really just believing in yourself and realizing that you can play out here. It's just if you can hit a drive 300 yards at another golf course, you can hit it 300 yards here. If you can chip it close at anywhere else, you can chip it close here. So it's literally just believing and just being comfortable, honestly. And that's that's why I've brought Andy Walker in, who's been here before and really believes in my game, and I believe in my game, and I think this is going to be the best week that I have on the PGA Tour. Absolutely.
What, just as a follow-up, what have been your expectations week to week in these starts, and has it been difficult in that regard when you maybe haven't played what you hoped was your best?
Yeah, it's been very difficult, honestly. It's been very, how can I put it? It's just been very, I've just been, I got down on myself, honestly, and when I shot the scores that I shot at Bay Hill, I was really disappointed in myself because that's just not who I am. That's not who I am as a golfer. I've So it's just, it's been about, just getting back to what I used to do. Last summer I had one of the best summers I, ever had in my golfing career. I only shot 2 rounds over par all summer in 25 events. So it's just getting back to that golf, man. It's just getting, putting the media, putting the zoo part of it to the side and just getting back to playing golf. That's, and I think that's where, my team is trying to get me back to, and that's where I'm trying to get back to. And I think that, I'm back to that. I think this is, absolutely going to be one of the best weeks that, I've had, and I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry, one more if I can. I know you're probably a little uncertain of this, or unsure, but any idea what your, year or maybe the next few months looks like for you schedule-wise?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of, I think you can get up to 7 exemptions on the PGA Tour, and I know my team is working hard to get me 4 more exemptions. So it's just it's up in the air. But I mean, other than that, it's mini tour stuff and just I got a Corn Ferry event April 1 through 4th over in Destin, kind of where I'm from. So looking forward to that event. And the thing about it is, dude, I've gotten so much support out here on the PGA Tour, and a lot of people have came out and watched me. So I'm just very grateful for, the love and support that I'm getting, and I hope to play well to bring to just add on to that.
I think
Perfect, thanks.
Hello?
Okay, I'll just remind media if you have questions, just type your name in the chat. In the meantime, Kamaiu, I'll just ask you about the ATPJ Tour. You won the Tour Championship there last year and had a bunch of top 10 finishes. Just how does the ATPJ Tour help you and other players develop as players? Yeah.
I mean, it's the golf courses we play on. I mean, I think, when I first started playing the ATPJ Tour, we were playing Muni-style golf courses, and Ken Bentley and, Cole Smith and Michael Cooper and Adrian Steele, they've done a tremendous job of getting us on championship-style golf courses, and I think that's the only way you can compete out here on the PGA Tour. And the thing is, we have, numerous of guys on that tour that can play out here. It's just, getting the opportunity, getting the access and everything like that to be able to play out here. So, it's doing good. I mean, I wouldn't be here today playing at the Honda Classic if it wasn't for the ATPJ Tour and the notoriety that the ATPJ Tour is getting. Ken Bentley is doing a tremendous job with that. I wouldn't have a Farmers Insurance sponsorship. I wouldn't have got the exemption to play in the Farmers Insurance Open. So it's just, I'm a product of what the ATPJ Tour can be if we just, continue to support it and continue to support diversity and inclusion in the game of golf. And I'm happy and grateful to be a part of, the change that the golf industry is making. It's really, really a blessing, and to just be a part of that, and I'm excited.
Well, from that perspective, that's certainly helping and growing the game. We'll take a question from Brian Rowitz. Brian, go ahead.
Kamaiu, you talked a lot about falling in love with the sport at a young age. Today you get to work with some kids in the first tee. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, all I've ever wanted was to inspire the youth in my community or around the world, and it means a lot to, and I'm honored that these guys would even think of me to talk to these kids and just to be an inspiration to these kids, because it's at the end of the day, it's bigger than golf. I told myself all I ever wanted to do was to be an inspiration, and I feel like I can do that now, and I'm just I'm excited to be able to maybe them talking to me would keep them playing golf or whatever it is, or just give them some inspiration that no matter where you come from, no matter what you're doing, that you can make it, and I'm a product of that, and I'm excited to have that opportunity to talk to them.
Okay, thank you, Brian Rowitz. Now we'll go back to Brian Wacker. Another question, Brian?
Sure. Just to follow, Kamaiu, how would you kind of explain to somebody the pressure of somebody in your position having just the 7 starts, as you mentioned, the 7 exemptions, dealing with everything being thrown at you, having to do more media, adjusting to courses you've never really seen before, to try to manage your expectations. I guess, how would you explain what that's like to somebody?
Yeah, I mean, I would explain that it's I mean, I shouldn't say it like this, but it's like a zoo. I mean, it's honestly getting used to just getting pulled different ways, but to whom much is given, much is required. So you got to adjust to it, and you got to be ready for it. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity, honestly, and grateful to be able to, to speak to the media and be able to speak to kids from the first tee. So it's about adjustment, and you got to figure out a way to adjust to all of this, and I'll figure it out. I know I'm very confident. Like I told someone the other day, when I first turned pro playing on the mini tours of golf, I got punched in the face. I got knocked down. I turned pro way too early. And so this is just similar to that. It's just getting knocked down. But every time you get knocked down, you got to get back up. So, every time I get knocked down, every time I shoot a bad round, I'm going to get back up and tee it up again the next day and continue the process that I'm doing. And one day, hopefully, to be, a member of the PGA Tour and be one of the top players on the PGA Tour. And I think these starts are just getting me ready for that.
Great, thank you.
Kamaiu, just before we let you go, I know that you and your peers compete fiercely out on that Advocates PGA Tour, and Willie Mack was the player that replaced you at the Farmers Insurance Open. I know you're friends, and I understand he came out to support you at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, among others, of course. But given that we have up to 10,000 people here on site at this event, do you anticipate having more support, friends, family coming out and supporting you this week? And if so, who will be out here following you? Yeah.
I've had plenty of people told me they were coming out. Jan Auger, who's a, she, I owe her everything. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be playing golf. She gave me access to the golf course and charged me $1 a day to play golf. So to her, her friend Lynn's coming out, and my mom's not going to come out this week just because all the travel, and she's still getting over COVID and lupus and everything. But I got support down south. So a lot of guys from the Ibis Country Club are going to come out and watch. I've been practicing over there, and people have been coming up to me and saying how inspired and how they just want to follow me and stuff like that. So I'm just grateful. I really am. I'm grateful for all the support, and it doesn't go unnoticed that all the support that I'm getting, and I'm just happy to be here and happy to represent the ATPJ Tour, and just happy to represent change in the golf industry. I think I'm a product of that, and I don't mind being a product of that. I love it's because it took a village to raise me, whether it was black people, white people, no matter who it was a village who got me to the point where I am today. So I'm just grateful to be able to change so many people's lives and inspire so many people. And I'm just happy to be here.
Well, golf's certainly an individual game, and you play for yourself, but behind the scenes, you play for a lot more people as well. So,
yes, sir.
We appreciate you making the time, and enjoy the week, and hope you have a successful Honda Classic. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Got it.